Another application of linear functions is using linear equations to model real-life situations. So we see an example here in example 3. The local hardware store charges $28 to rent a carpet cleaning machine per day and $10.98 for a medium-sized bottle of rug shampoo. What we're asked to do is write a linear function S that represents the cost of renting the machine for X days, along with a bottle of rug shampoo. So to write a linear function, we need two things. We need the slope, and remember that the slope is a rate of change. Now, one rate of change that we're probably very familiar with is the speed at which your car goes, and that would be miles per hour. So the word per is a clue here. And if we look, we have per day here. So that is a clue that this is going to be the rate at which we're charged for this carpet cleaning machine. So the rate is going to be $28 per day. Now in the linear model, f of x is equal to mx plus b. We know that m is our slope, b is the y-intercept. And remember that the y-intercept occurs when x is 0. So a lot of times the y-intercept, because it occurs when x is 0, is called the initial value. So the initial value is the other number in the problem. It's the $10.98 because we're going to be charged that regardless of how many days we rent the machine. So if we plug that in, we have, and be careful in ALEKS because they do give you the letters that they want you to use. So rather than f of x, they want us to write s. So s of x is going to equal, and so our linear functions will have this template. The rate of change, remember, is 28. So that's m, that's the number that goes in front of x. And then 1098 is our initial value, or the y-intercept. Now they're asking us to evaluate s of 2. So without even thinking about what that means, we can use our function notation to do that. So s of 2 is equal to 28 times 2 plus 10.98. Well, 28 times 2 is 56. And 56 plus 1098 is 6698. Now, the other thing I want you to do is interpret the meaning in the context of the problem. So 6698, well, that's the amount, so that's in dollars. So the meaning of this in the context of the problem would be they're going to charge, so let's put the local hardware store will charge $66.98 for renting the machine for 2 days, because that's what we plugged in for x, and x is the number of days. So that's example 3. In example 4, we're asked to look at a graph and do some interpretation. So I really want you guys to think about this on your own. Try to answer the question And this is another problem that we'll go over in class, hopefully on Thursday.